Bonsoir, good evening, Excellencies, dear Mr. Speaker, dear Professor Munasinghe, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, it is of course a very great pleasure for me to welcome you for a very auspicious and unique occasion. We are gathered here tonight to bestow the honorary distinction of Officier de la Légion d'honneur onto Professor Mohan Munasinghe. L'Ordre National de la Légion d'honneur is the first and highest national order of the French Republic, coming directly under the purview of the President of the French Republic. Dear Professor Mohan Munasinghe, your dedication and expertise in the fields of environment protection and sustainable development make you one of the most eminent personalities of this country. First of all, I would like to mention your brilliant academic and scientific career. You have graduated from some of the best universities in the world: Cambridge University in the UK, MIT in the US, and McGill University and Concordia University in Canada. I'm sad that you didn't get a degree from France, but we can maybe still work on that. So you have authored over 100 books and hundreds of technical papers on economics, sustainable development, climate change, transport, or IT, information technology. You also have taught as visiting professor at several leading universities worldwide and are a fellow of several internationally recognized academies of science. We could describe your long and prolific career in detail. At length, allow me tonight to mention a few milestones. From 1982 to 87, you acted as senior advisor to the President of Sri Lanka, helping to formulate the national energy strategy and computer policy. You were also the founding chairman of the Computer and Information Technology Council. In 1990-1992, you served as advisor to the US President's Council on Environmental Quality. You have served as expert advisor and consultant to many world bodies, including UN agencies and the World Bank. More recently, you have been acting as senior advisor for the World Bank in Washington, D.C., covering sustainable development, environmental policy, water, energy, and transport. Currently, you are heading the Munasinghe Institute for Development and acting as distinguished guest professor at Beijing University, as well as honorary senior advisor to the government of Sri Lanka. Professor Munasinghe, you have won many international prizes and medals, to name a few of the most recent ones. In 2016, you received the Top World Energy Award from the Energy Globe Foundation in Vienna. And in 2015, you were awarded with the Excellence Award from UNDP. And last but not least, in this brilliant career, Professor Munasinghe, you shared in 2007 the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize for your contribution as Vice Chair of the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. After working over 40 years in the international arena, you are recognized as a leading world authority on sustainable development, economics, energy, and environment. You have worked on climate change assessment reports since the inception in 1988, and you have proposed to the United Nations in 2010 the new idea of the Millennium Consumption Goals. Your research and commitment have contributed to the success of the COP21 Paris Agreement on climate change, in particular through the discipline of Sustainomics, which provides a practical framework for sustainable development. You also have been of great help to us in the run-up to the COP21 in mobilizing the Sri Lankan and international opinion on the importance of the issues raised at this event. Finally, we must, of course, not forget to acknowledge your work in inspiring and empowering young generations to continue working on sustainable development by funding scholarships and research programs, as well as organizing awareness events via your institute, the Munasinghe Institute for Development. The situation of our planet is serious indeed. Global warming creates more extreme weathers. We face huge biodiversity losses, and oceans are filled with litters and plastics. As French President Jacques Chirac said in 2002 to the United Nations, our house is burning down. Professor, you can count on our commitment to keep working alongside with you to make our planet great again. You have played an essential role in strengthening the ties between Sri Lanka and France and contributed to the global efforts for the protection of our planet. In this regard, Professor Mohan Munasinghe, au nom du Président de la République, nous vous remettons les insignes d'officier de l'Ordre national de la Légion d'honneur.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Excellency, distinguished invitees, friends. I am delighted to participate in this ceremony where the government of France bestows on my dear friend Mohan Munasinghe one of their highest decorations given to a foreigner, officer of the French National Legion of Honor. It is most appropriate that a leading nation like France has publicly recognized the global contribution made by Mohan to address critical issues we face, like climate change and sustainable development. His scientific work has contributed significantly to two major global policy frames of 2015, the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, and the Paris Climate Agreements at COP21, international knowledge received by him for exceptional humanitarian service. Also includes sharing the 2007 Nobel Prize for Peace and awards from leaders of Bangladesh, Brazil, China, Dominican Republic, and other countries. It is not surprising that we in Sri Lanka have also relied on his remarkable skill for many years. Just recently, in January 2017, in the presence of Honorable Prime Minister, other senior colleagues, and myself, His Excellency the President Sirisena formally appointed him Chairman of the Presidential Expert Committee to prepare the strategic national master plan called Sustainable Sri Lanka 2030 Vision. Let me share some personal reflections. I have known Mohan both professionally and personally, and long admired his exceptional qualities as a world-renowned researcher, consummate practitioner, and compassionate human being. His advice has been always mature and sound, while his professional knowledge and competence are unequaled, based on his multidisciplinary training and mastery of the intricate linkages among diverse topics like sustainable development, climate change, disasters, economics, environment, energy, telecommunications, transport, urban and water. His policy skills are complemented by his practical approach. I recall that in early 2002, when I was the energy minister and he was my chief energy advisor, we had a severe power crisis. I think my Sri Lankan colleagues here will remember the 18-hour power cut, which also resulted in a change of government because of the crisis. Because of my confidence in Mohan and his team of young engineers, I had no hesitation in pledging to restore the power sector to normalcy within 6 months. I offered to resign my job if I cannot deliver. And they did meet my deadline, which actually did take 6 months. It is only 138 days or so. with hands-on management of the power system and helping us avoid a major economic debacle. Professor Munasinghe has unique abilities to develop fresh ideas, formulate practical policy, communicate with decision makers, and practically implement solutions. He is an outstanding role model and inspiration to young people as an intellect leader, teacher, and activist whose work has benefited billions of poor people worldwide. Despite his many achievements, he is commendably modest. For example, few know that he selflessly interrupted his highly successful UN career 3 times to work pro bono in Sri Lanka as senior advisor to President Jayasuriya 1982 to 87, as distinguished visiting Professor Environment at Colombo University 1995 through 1997, and as my chief energy advisor 2002 and to 2002. If you want a cup of tea from me, that's all. In fact, he has served informally as honorary senior advisor without pay to every government for the past 35 years. He founded the non-profit Munasinghe Institute for Development, MIND, which gives scholarships to students funded from his own earnings. He is a world-renowned inspirational speaker who regularly supports worthy causes. His executive former President Jayasuriya publicly complimented Professor Munasinghe on his work in Sri Lanka in the 1980s as President's senior energy advisor, while he was still in his mid-30s. In his letter to World Bank President A.W. Clausen, President Jayasuriya stated, I quote, Dr. Munasinghe has successfully launched several critical initiatives in the areas of energy, computers, informatics, and telecommunications in Sri Lanka. He has made an outstanding contribution in a wide range of key national activities. Both the Cabinet and the Parliament have noted and commended his work, unquote. A well-recognized academic, he has an advanced degree in engineering, physics, economics from Cambridge University, UK, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, USA, and McGill University and Concordia University, Canada, as well as several honorary doctorates. He has authored over 100 scholarly books and 350 technical papers. He has taught in leading universities worldwide. Finally, Mohan is a shining example to all because of the way he has balanced his work, family life, health, spiritual development. Happily married for 47 years to Shreya Munasinghe, his partner in mind and tennis. He has 2 children and 2 grandchildren. Currently, he is honorary vice patron of the Sri Lanka Tennis Association. He has represented Sri Lanka in Junior Davis Cup and won several Sri Lanka national tennis titles. He has practiced meditation and Tai Chi daily for over 50 years. His interests include swimming, windsurfing, judo, chess, bridge, astronomy, saxophone, and singing. I am fully aware that his skills are very rare indeed, and I am confident that he will continue to use his talent for the betterment of the humanity. Professor, both as a Speaker of the House and as a closer friend, I congratulate you and wish you well. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Government of France for bestowing this rare honor to a Sri Lankan, and to thank the Ambassador for France for the excellent arrangements made. I thank you for the courtesy of your attention.
Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Excellency the Ambassador for France, and of course Professor Munasinghe, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor for me to speak a few words today in this great occasion when National Order of Legion has been conferred on my friend Professor Munasinghe. I think my prior speaker, the Honorable Speaker before me, had given a vivid description of his academic career as well as his professional career. In fact, he has started the Institute of Munasinghe Development, where he is the chairman, and also he has a prestigious panel of vision of Sri Lanka up to 2030, where His Excellency the President has appointed him as the chairman. It's a very important panel where the entire vision of Sri Lanka, the change of the entire climatic system, sustainability, progress in all forms will have to be chaired by that committee. But that is indeed a great prestige for him. Secondly, he is also was a vice chairman of the panel, the President's Committee of Panel on Sustainable Development, and he also chaired the Nobel Prize at that time. In fact, that was also a great event in his entire career. 50 years of service in engineering, sustainable development, in power, in many forms. I think he has covered every single aspect of the theory of sustainability in this world. In fact, he has been a visiting professor of the Peking University, and he has got many more orders in him. He has written more than 300 books and so many subjects, subchapters and notes on his own theory. His wife is also a great lady, as mentioned by his honorable speaker. Both have met, I think, in the tennis arena. Both were really expert tennis players. She was, of course, an expert herself, including Mohan. In fact, I was at Royal College with him. I was very happy to say that I was a classmate of Mohan from the first standard up to it, the day that I left at sixth form. I think from kindergarten, we were in the percussion band. I can remember we were all together in one percussion band. And up to that, of course, he was a brilliant, unfortunately. But anyway, he has made his mark in the world. He has been a great scientist, great professor. He has brought a tremendous amount of